been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Miami Hurricanes. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The give to the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Payne. They'll say he goes out of bounds. Mark it at the 46. Guys, let's look big picture, Miami. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Hankerson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground for good.
Throws for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fakes the grab on the left.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Direct snap. Creates a little space. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
If you want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to go through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I'll tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
The chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Quickly to the tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Fires deep for the end zone. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And we've already
maybe seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. One final play before the end of the quarter. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got the back over the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. A first down run in the red zone. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rush.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Balls and fired complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Georgia going up tempo.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his...
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
It's complete. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on it.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead of 14.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback making checks. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He lost one down the sideline. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. the running back underneath. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. To throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Georgia comes quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. 30, not 20. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands, guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The give to the tailback. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Fires to the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Canes will send out the punt unit. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing.
Lost one deep down the right side. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
They'll give it to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Looking downfield very late in the half. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Spits it out to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Down, going to the air. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. This offense has it with really good field position. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got his man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Payne. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Down bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his...
Turning it on! The 30! He's at the... and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll immediately call timeout. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And that's a really good job by the QB, getting the ball out of his hands, knowing where the sticks are, getting the first down. And they saw something they like, because here they come, right back on the ball to run another play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Zings it complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Going to swing it on second down. Working that left side now. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Gonna look downfield again. Catch in the middle, it's Kamara. At the 35, he's loose. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Corners are walked up tight. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
And I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Tulane is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in New Orleans for some time. They're up by 30 over Oregon. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Grab near the marker, Mitch Harris. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Georgia going up tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. The quick out. And he still continues to fight for yards. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Hurricane! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it. Get the win.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him on the very first.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When you get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
They'll run play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's lost. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Dogs! This defense makes
helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
It's complete to the left. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Georgia! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
They'll line up to go for two. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. This one's complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. Touchdown, K. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Tulane is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Green Wave offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 37 over Oregon. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking downfield on first down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incomplete.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll try to take it back. They'll stop him at the 22-yard line as the defense makes a play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. It's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice.
There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the fourth quarter. From the gun. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach.
He's loose down the left side. Past the 30. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Intercepted. Inside the 50. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here, save my quarterback, and bail him out.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is in.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.